Howdy. Howdy. My name is Nolan T. Painter, and in today's video, I would like to discuss the topic of putting in hard work, but especially being able to revisit your hard work after a prolonged period of pause. So let me lay an example down for you. Let's say you're a student attending a school or some sort of program that would pull you out of your comfort zone. In this experience, you're going to want to work hard, right? I myself have put a lot of effort into my studies, academics, video production, these videos here, scripting, etc. Now the issue is, I'm going to be going back home for a small period in a few days. Well, about a week or two. But the point is, when you do a lot of hard work and then return to less work, the hardest part of that isn't being able to do work in that new environment, it's being able to come back ready to do work again. Because you're almost, I wouldn't say blessed, but you're tempted. You're tempted with this experience of tranquility and satisfaction. And you're going to come back to school, or I will, and it's going to be rather difficult to get back into the swing of things because you're going to ruin the habits that you've created, right? These are habits that are going to the gym every day, making a video every day, working on Instagram posts, writing videos, scripting, working with people, having a good bud to talk to, right? That you're going to reflect with and thinking and journaling more and more and more. But a worry of mine is coming home, not continuing these things, but being able to come back to school and continue where I left off. Now, to resolve this, a good solution I found is just continuing the work and continuing to build my atomic habits while I'm at home, while returning over the break. And to do that, well, I gotta go to the gym every day. So I gotta get a membership for the week. And that's the cost it takes to continue my habits and to continue growing rather than to let go of it. That's beautiful time. I'm not gonna waste it. I have to take time to record these videos, edit them on a laptop. I have to take time to do studies, right? Prepare for exams. I have to take the time to do projects and photography and so much more. But the idea is that I'm trying my best to continue my habits in this new environment. Though it is home, it still would be a new environment comparatively to the one I'm now used to. And then being able to come back out here after a prolonged period and then get back to where I was. Right? Or no matter, maybe not where I was, but where I should be, right? Working even harder than last time, now that I've been a bit more appreciative, right? Appreciative as in the sense of coming back home, seeing my family and friends, appreciating them, and then as a reminder, hey, this is who I'm working for, my loved ones. And then coming back out and then locking back in. Not to say that I wouldn't be locked in at home anyways, right? So the lesson to learn here is, how can you navigate or prepare yourself for periods of your life where times will be easier, just like how you would prepare when times are harder, right? Everyone's worried about when times are hard, but I'm not. I love it when times are hard because that's where real growth takes place. In fact, you should be more worried about times when they're easier, because easier times make weak men, right? We're all familiar with the saying, right? Weak men make hard times make strong men, and strong men make weak times. So easier times, right, are going to make me weaker. So I need to somehow make them harder by preoccupying myself with activities, right? My habits, my atomic habits, which I'm wishing to build. And so that when I come back to these more challenging times, I'll be ready, because these easier times are going to make things difficult. But that's really about it. This is kind of a shorter discussion. It's quite fascinating, though, to even still touch on the idea of wanting to work hard regardless of the position you're in, being a difficult time or an easier time, right? Because as long as you're working hard, regardless of how you're feeling or how difficult or easy it is, you're working hard, which is progress. And the whole point is to progress and get better, right? And I guess this could be also applicable to relationships, right? If you're in a loving relationship with somebody who's rather special or close to you, then it should be your priority to care for them, no matter how difficult it is, right? But that's a bit of a discussion for another video. I'd like to keep this one a bit shorter because this one, there's not too much depth to explore here. It's rather simple. Try to find solutions when easier times arise so you can continue to work hard regardless of the fact that you don't need to work hard, right? Because that week of time that I'll be gone, well, the alternative Nolan would have just worked throughout that week and then now be a week ahead, right? Think about that. All right, there's two versions of you. There's an idealistic version, and then there's you right now, right? And you gotta work super hard to become that man you'd like to be, that dream. But that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a blessed day, and I'll see you around.